They say the hardest betrayals come not from enemies, but from the people who swore they'd stand beside you. For 10 years, I built my startup in a small garage behind our house. My wife Claire used to say she believed in me. She'd bring coffee late at night while I sketched out code, designed prototypes, and tried to create something the world hadn't seen yet. But belief is easy when times are good, and when things got tough, when investors stopped calling and I had to sell our second car to keep the business alive, she changed. Her eyes started rolling when I spoke of the next big breakthrough. She began spending more time with her boss, Trevor, a venture capitalist who loved reminding me of my failures at every dinner party one night. I came home early and overheard them on the phone, Claire laughing. He's still tinkering with that stupid software. I give it a month before I file the papers. She didn't see me standing in the hallway and I didn't say a word. That night, something inside me changed, not broken, not yet, but rewired. I stopped talking about my idea. Instead, I started perfecting it. It wasn't just software, it was a security protocol, one that could change how governments and corporations protected sensitive data. I had quietly filed the first patent a year earlier, but now I upgraded it. Rebuilt the code, tested every loophole. No sleep, no distractions. Just me, my laptop, and silence. Claire didn't ask questions, she just stopped coming home. One afternoon, she texted, "Staying at Trevor's this week, don't wait up." 3 weeks later, divorce papers arrived. She wanted half the house and alimony she'd written in the margins of the financial statement. "You'll never make money with that failed dream, just settle and move on." Same week, my patent was picked up by a government defense contractor. After 5 hours of closed-door meetings, they offered me $73 million. I shook their hands, signed the NDA, transferred the rights, and didn't tell a soul. Claire's lawyer came in hot, young, arrogant, wearing a navy suit and a smug smile. His opening statement painted me as a deadbeat husband with delusional ambitions and no income. They were confident. Too confident they demanded the house alimony for 5 years, a portion of my future business income, and reimbursement for the money Claire invested in my hobby. I sat there silently, hands folded, listening as they insulted me. But when it was my turn to speak, I stood up, cleared my throat, and opened a folder. "Your Honor," I said, "I'd like to submit recent bank documents, the signed contract, and a copy of the patent transfer." The judge raised an eyebrow. Claire's lawyer leaned forward, suddenly curious. I continued. 2 months ago, I sold a patent for $73 million. Here is the documentation. It was developed exclusively under my name, outside of our marriage, and funded entirely by my own assets. The courtroom went dead silent. Claire's face turned pale. Her lawyer blinked. The judge smiled slightly. "Well, I believe this changes the conversation." The next few hours were a blur of scrambling papers, whispered arguments, and Claire trying to whisper something to me. I didn't listen. The judge ruled that the patent, developed post-separation, was not a marital asset. Since Claire had abandoned the home and provided no financial support during its final development, she was not entitled to proceeds. Instead, the judge ruled she owed me back rent for her half of the mortgage since moving out, plus legal fees. The final blow, the prenup, the one Claire had insisted we never needed but I made her sign back when we were in love, kicked in. She left court with nothing. No house. No support. And no piece of the company she mocked that she walked past me. She stopped and whispered, "You planned this." I didn't look at her. I just replied, "I finished what I started. It's been 3 years. I live in a modest but beautiful countryside estate now, away from the noise. I didn't spend the millions on cars or yachts. Instead, I opened a tech mentorship foundation for young developers who are ignored like I was. I teach them how to code, how to protect their IP, how to know the difference between someone who believes in your dream and someone who only wants to benefit when it finally works." Trevor's firm went bankrupt last year. Claire, last I heard, she was working at a temp agency trying to rebuild her life. I don't hate her, but I don't forgive her either. Because love isn't just about being there when things are good, it's about staying, believing when it's not. She didn't, but I did. If you're listening to this and feeling like your dream is pointless, like no one believes in it, or in you, I want you to remember this. You only need one person to believe, and that person is you. The people who laugh now, let them, because one day they'll be watching from the outside and they'll realize, too late, they weren't laughing with you, they were laughing at the one who was already building something they could never imagine. Believe in your silence, work in your shadows, let your results speak when no one else would.